through our grief and sorrow, we also wanted to do something to honor his memory, because we knew we couldn't have him back, but we also knew that we could do something in his memory and his honor that would speak to who he was.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Cruisin' with Zach. Today we have Bill and Muriel Elliott from the Hero campaign. Guys, thanks so much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you, Zach. It's nice to be with you. We don't have to sing, do we?
Maybe later. Maybe we'll break out in a little song and dance. Muriel, are you a good singer?
She is.
I am a good singer, and this is exactly what our son, in fact, you kind of remind me of John with your mannerisms.
And you know what? I don't know if this is bringing it full circle. We were born on the same day. Not the same year, but we share the same birthday.
No
11,
kidding.
17?
That's
11,
correct.
That's a little freaky.
Yeah, I was 11/17/87.
Wow.
In
So-
fact, what time is it?
10 years,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm
10 years.
usually hitting 11:17 on our clock. It's like,
I know.
She notices it,
Yeah.
How about that? Well, I was just going to say, so people in this area know a lot about the Hero campaign and the advocacy for designated drivers. But let's not forget the most important person in this foundation is your son, John. So tell us about what he was like growing up and into his young adulthood.
Well, he grew up in this area. We live in Egg Harbor Township, and he was a bright, energetic, fun young man, like a lot of people, and probably a lot like you, who was very active in sports. And then as he got into high school, he got interested in going to the Naval Academy and went to a summer seminar program. He was a merit scholar, National Merit Scholar, and he was accepted at the Naval Academy and got very excited about serving his country and going to the Naval Academy. He could have gone to a lot of schools, but he thought that that was the one for him. And when he graduated, we were there as he threw his hat in the air, and we proudly took video of it. And then he was coming home for Muriel's birthday several months later. We got a knock on the door at 4 in the morning, and 2 police officers were there. And you can imagine what went through our minds when someone's knocking at your door at 4 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And they told us that our son had been killed in they said he didn't make it. He was in a traffic accident. And then they said it was a drunk driver that hit him. So needless to say, our whole world was upside down, and it put us in this totally different world we didn't want to be in. It's a club no one wants to belong to, where you have a child that you've lost in such a tragic way. But through our grief and sorrow, we also wanted to do something to honor his memory, because we knew we couldn't have him back, but we also knew that we could do something in his memory and his honor that would speak to who he was. So we decided, and he was also named the Hero of the Year.
And that's an acronym. That's where the name the Hero campaign comes from.
Yeah, it was.
in fact, we'll bring John along. I'll just put his picture in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Cruisin' with John.
Hi, John.
He was the Human Education Resource Officer for his company, which is a person who's a peer advocate, a mentor, a person that helps his fellow classmates, shipmates they call them. Mm-hmm. And he was so giving, so caring, so really got into the whole role of helping people, that they named him the Hero of the Year for his whole class, his senior year.
How many people in the class?
1,000.
Wow.
Roughly 1,000. And the whole idea of the hero in our campaign is that the hero is the designated driver who does the right thing by giving their friends a ride home. Mm-hmm. So it is about character. It is about right choices, because we believe that what happened to John and what happens to 10,000 Americans every year who are killed in drunk driving accidents, if you can call them accidents, is that it's totally preventable.
Right.
It's people making the wrong choice, getting into a car after they've been drinking, not having a designated driver. So we have dedicated our lives to making sure that people get a safe ride home.
What's incredible, though, to me is 3 months after your son's passing, you started the foundation. How did you do that in 3 months?
Well, we knew that if we were going to do it, we knew it was better to start it while people were still focused and sympathetic and passionate about John and about his loss. we started a scholarship program at Egg Harbor Township High School from donations that came in from his obituary, and we got about $70,000 in contributions that we used in his memory for a scholarship program. But we thought that's not enough. We want to do something that's going to help the larger population, not just students, although we care about his high school.
Right.
And so the Hero Campaign was a larger idea that we thought had the potential to go national, but certainly was a model that could be duplicatable in other places. And we now have various operations in about 6 different states. We work with professional sports teams like the Phillies and the Giants and the Patriots. We work with highway safety agencies, with schools and colleges, and we work with bars and taverns, because we figured, well, that's where people are doing the drinking.
Exactly. Right. So tell us now about the Mocktail Challenge. Is this the second year?
This is we did one 2 years ago. This is the second time we've done it.
Okay.
And I'll let Mur, you want to talk about it?
Well, everything we do, we kind of keep in the spirit of John, because it should be fun and it should be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to make designated driving a cool thing, because to me, the designated driver is a cure for drunk driving. You could end drunk driving today if no one drove drunk.
Right. We have the answer.
Yeah.
We have the answer, which most problems do not. But so we have some signage here. It's Hirotini time, and I came up with this slogan because I thought, well, how could we, make a cocktail fun and make it look like you're still part of the party?
But this time the difference is we're going to be raising money by people voting, by donating.
Okay.
So when you vote for your favorite bar or tavern, we're going to put ads in the local newspapers so people will know what to look for. And when they go into the bars and taverns, they'll see posters and displays. So there's 35 there from literally Summers Point up through Margate and into Atlantic City and Galloway. You'll see all these bars, and then you can vote for them online at herocampaign.org. Anyway, whoever raises the most money will win our version of the mirror ball trophy. Is the Hirotini trophy. It's literally a big martini glass with a designated driver hero logo on it, and that is
Attached to it.
highly coveted.
Yeah,
highly coveted.
Right.
People really scramble to win this award.
This is like the Super Bowl
It is.
of mocktails.
And the money that we're raising from this, Zach, we're
Yeah.
going to use to give people free rides home over the holidays from Thanksgiving through New Year's 2019 into 2020 in the local area. So you'll get a $20 credit. We're partnering with Uber.
Okay.
And we're partnering with the jitneys in Atlantic City, and we're kind of expanding the program as we go along. But we hope to raise $50,000 to devote just to giving people a free ride home. Now, the intent is not for people to abuse it and just use it to commute back and forth to their favorite bar. It's to get them home when they shouldn't be on the road, they shouldn't be driving. Mm-hmm. We also are working with the police so that they, and the bar and tavern owners themselves, so that you won't be ticketed, your car will be safe if you leave it overnight in a tavern parking lot like the Anchorage or Charlie's or anywhere, in a casino parking garage. So they're all cooperating with us so that your car will be safe, but by the same token, you'll get a safe ride home, and we'll know that the whole area is safer. And
so what we're doing here basically is taking away all the excuses. I don't want to leave my car. I don't want it ticketed. I don't want a fee. I don't want to have to pay.
Yep.
So really, there's no excuse now for
It's
drinking
free.
and driving.
It's
So Hero Campaign, we have the Mocktail Challenge where you can support your favorite bar, but we also have a golf outing coming up.
We do. It's our 19th
We
annual.
just don't have enough to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why
And
not throw in just a little golf
the-
outing at the Union League?
We're an example of why you should never retire.
You have too much time on your hands.
Yeah, because we're busier now than ever. But it's at the Union League National Golf Club on May the 15th. It's a beautiful golf course.
Completely renovated.
Oh,
You
completely.
should see how beautiful
It's
it
beautiful.
is.
You ought to
Oh my
come.
gosh.
I'd love to come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
I'd love to
we-
hack it up on the golf
Yeah,
course.
we can arrange that. And it was the Sand Barons, 27 holes, bought by the Union League. They are completely they're putting millions of dollars into
They
this
took
course,
out 1,000 trees, just to give you an idea.
and new
We were
greens,
just down
new
the other day. It is
approaches,
beautiful.
new
Everything.
sand traps. We do have some fun. When we went to Virginia and they adopted the campaign years ago, we met Tim Kaine, who ran for vice president
Right.
in the last election, and he made a comment that really stuck with us, and it really fit what we're trying to achieve. He said, "You've made being a designated driver cool." And I thought that's what we're going for. That it's a good popular thing. You're not the party pooper. You're not the person that draws the short straw.
Right. Out of tragedy comes something beautiful. You guys have really turned something. You're really making some changes here, honestly. I think everyone knows about the Hero campaign, and there is no excuse now with Uber, with Lyft, with your program, and even mom and dad. It's a run-on joke in our family. My wife and I, we went out to dinner to Mexico in Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome Mexican food. And my parents live in Ventnor, and we went to dinner. It was like 6 o'clock, and we had the sangria. And I said to Britt, I go, I don't think I can drive. So I called, and we were older. I go, Dad, can you pick me up? And it's like 6:30 in the evening, but it wasn't anything dangerous. We weren't out of hand, but you just don't want to chance it.
Sure. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. We're modeling this Safe Ride program after one that they piloted in Evesham Township, Marlton, Voorhees, that area.
Yep.
For a couple of years now, 2 or 3 years. And we talked to the police chief there, and he said that this free ride program they did just in their township made DUIs almost disappear. They plummeted. So that's what we're going for. I mean, we believe that we really can end drunk driving if everyone just gets a safe ride home. It's just that simple.
Well, like we said, we have the answer. You guys are doing a great work. I'm going to leave the link to the website, the Hero or the Mocktail Challenge, the Hero Teeny Challenge. I'll leave links to that, and also check out the website for the golf outing. There's still slots available,
Yes.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll leave everything up there. Bill, Muriel,
Zach.
thank you
Pleasure to meet
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Do you want to
Look for us
sing?
May 21st.
Do you
Do
want
it.
to sing? Do you want to?
Before
What's
I
on the
sing, I
radio?
want to tell you one thing. Look for us May 21st on the Today Show Plaza. We're going to take a group of people up there, and we're asking everyone to tweet and to put us on Instagram. Tell us Hoda and Jenna to mocktail their cocktail. In fact, we'd like to see Mocktail Mondays.
Because they have
Today Show.
Booze Day Tuesdays on the
And
on the
Wine Day
Hoda.
Wednesdays. Why
So
not
we said, if they're going
Mocktail
to promote boozing, let's promote mocktails
That's
on Monday.
right. Oh my
So,
God.
what should we sing on our way out?
I don't know.
Mm.
Do you know this song?
Hard rock.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.